Some patterns are hard to see while you're inside them, especially when you've spent years trying to keep the peace, trying to explain yourself, or trying to make sense of things that never fully made sense. This channel is about learning how to navigate difficult people and broken systems without losing yourself in the process. No filters, no performance, just the truth. The pattern you didn't see until it repeated. At first, it doesn't look like a pattern. It just looks like a moment. A misunderstanding, a bad interaction, something that felt off. So you move past it. You don't think much of it. But then it happens again. And maybe the details are slightly different. But the feeling is the same. Confusion, tension, something not quite making sense. That's when the pattern starts forming. But it's still subtle. So you give it the benefit of the doubt. You assume it's situational. And then it happens again. Now, it's not just a moment anymore. It's something that's repeating. This is where awareness begins. Not because everything becomes clear, but because it becomes familiar. And familiarity is what reveals patterns. Not explanation. Because explanations can change. But patterns don't. They show up in different ways. But they lead to the same outcome. That's what you're looking for. Not what was said, but what keeps happening. Once you start paying attention to that, everything shifts. You stop analyzing each moment individually. And when you start recognizing the structure behind them, and that structure tells you more than any single conversation ever will. Why? Because it shows you what's consistent. And what's consistent is what's real. Once you see that, you don't need to keep figuring it out from scratch. You see, you already understand what you're dealing with. And that changes how you respond. Because now you're not reacting to isolated moments. You're responding to a pattern you've already identified. If any part of this felt familiar, don't focus on the moment. Focus on the pattern. Because moments can be confusing. Patterns tell the truth. If you're trying to make sense of difficult people, broken systems, and the hidden patterns behind them, start by paying attention to what repeats. And if you want a simple framework for recognizing these patterns and protecting your peace, you can download the free System vs. Self starter guide below. Until next time, stay aware, stay grounded, and don't lose yourself in the process.